Essential tests and investigations that you should not ignore during pregnancy. Come closer. Listen up, pregnant mothers. Hello guys, welcome back again to my YouTube channel. Thank you for tuning in into today's video. Now in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the essential tests and investigations that you need to do as a pregnant woman. Make sure you do all these tests I'm about to list today. The first is during the first trimester, which is on or before 13 weeks of pregnancy, during the first trimester. Now this test most times is done during booking. When you go to the hospital, if you register at the right time, if you register early, they will do this test during booking. You're supposed to register early, at least 12 weeks. Early registration is vital in pregnancy. Don't say, okay, let me wait when it's 6 months. You are the one calculating, the one doing everything. No, register early so they can detect anything that needs to be detected in time and appropriate measures will be taken. So the first test investigation you should do in the first trimester is blood tests. For what? You're doing blood tests for blood grouping and cross-matching. Rhesus incompatibility will be ruled out during blood grouping and cross-matching. In that blood test too, you are checking for anemia. They will take your blood sample, you do full blood count to check for anemia, rule out anemia. In that blood test too, under that blood test, they will also do HIV, human immunovirus test. They will do hepatitis B, hepatitis C test, and any other viral infection test like syphilis and all. They are going to do it. They will do rubella to check for rubella and varicella, which is chickenpox, to check for all those things. Why are they doing HIV and all these viral tests? To prevent mother to child transmission. That is why they are doing it. Under that blood test, they also do a thyroid function test to rule out thyrotoxicosis, to check if there's any abnormality in the thyroid function. The next one they will do during the first trimester, the next test they will do is urinalysis. They will take your urine sample and do a urinalysis to check for protein and even sugar in urine. They're checking for protein, checking if they to rule out any kidney problem or kidney issue. They're checking for sugar to rule out diabetes in pregnancy. Another test that will be done, or the investigation that will be done, is an ultrasound. It's very, very important. We are doing an ultrasound at about around 8 weeks. 8 to 11 weeks, they'll just do an ultrasound to check for viability of the fetus and also to check the location of pregnancy. Very, very important. That's why sometimes it's very, very important. In fact, it's not even sometimes, it's very vital to see your doctor. Once you confirm pregnancy, go to the hospital so that proper test or investigation will be done. You need to confirm not just that about the viability. The viability means if the baby is alive, is breathing and all that, and the location of the pregnancy, because you could be pregnant and you could be having an ectopic pregnancy and you would not know. So check for the location of the baby and viability. Another one you're going to do around, this one is done around 11 to 13 weeks of pregnancy, is knockout translucency scan to rule out any abnormality of the fetus, such as Down syndrome. Next test that should be done during first trimester is knockout translucency scan. This is done around 11 to 13 weeks of pregnancy. This is to rule out any abnormality of the child or the fetus, especially Down syndrome. You can detect during a nuchal translucency scan. So these are the investigations rather that should be done during the first trimester of pregnancy. Other investigations, blood pressure, to check your blood pressure, temperature, pulse, and all that. These are vital signs. During booking, they'll check all those things. Now, during the second trimester, that's mid-pregnancy, around 14 to 27 weeks of pregnancy, they'll do another scan, abnormally scan, to check for the growth and development of the fetus, to check for the limbs. They'll check the limbs if it's growing fine. They'll check the spine. They'll check the organs of the baby. They'll check for the amniotic fluid and the sac. So they'll just check for the general well-being of the fetus during that abnormally scan. Now, the second investigation that will be done is blood sugar. Yes, it's called glucose tolerance test or glucose challenge. It helps to detect gestational diabetes, usually done around that 28 weeks. Yeah, 28 weeks of pregnancy. You do a glucose challenge test or glucose tolerance test to rule out gestational diabetes. Another one that should be done is urinalysis. It's very, very important. They will do urinalysis. They'll check your blood pressure. They will do urinalysis at each visit. This is to rule out any form of signs or impending preeclampsia and other issues. So these are the tests or investigation that should be done in the second trimester. Now, during the late pregnancy, which is the third trimester, from that 28 weeks onward, they will do an ultrasound to check for the baby's organs, the placenta, the fluid, the amniotic fluid, and everything, the amount. They'll check all those things and the general well-being of the baby. They'll also do repeat an hemoglobin count to check to rule out anemia. Some hospitals, they even do PCV, pack cell volume. They check your pack cell volume from that 28 weeks onward. At every visit, you must do PCV, check your PCV levels. Now, at each visit, they will always check for the blood pressure, the urinalysis. Then another one that should be done is the biophysical profile. It's very important to check for baby's organs, check for heart rates, the position of the placenta, the placenta maturity, and everything is very, very vital. See this biophysical profile, very, very important. Then the last one that you should check, not just the hospital checking it, but you as a mother, you should do this investigation by yourself every time in the house, is fetal kick. Your fetal kicks is very important. Check your fetal kick count. Start counting your fetal kicks every day. It is estimated, according to research, that your baby should move at least 20 times per hour. So that's that for that.